What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like and subscribe, and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon. We're posting 4 videos every day, so make sure to check back every single day. We've just hit 20k subscribers, so thank you all so much. Let's get to 30. Check out all the links in the description. Thousands of dollars of free crypto down there, along with signals, COINCALLS, TA, alpha and memes in our private Discord, accessed by signing up to our Patreon. You can also sign up to our brand new Udemy course for serious investors, where we've just released our Basics of Technical Analysis course. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. So we're just taking a look at Bitcoin here, and as we can see, it's looking as though we have come down to that 0.23 Fibonacci level here. We did have a few days of where we were trying to get extended lower than that, getting very overextended to the downside from what we can tell. You can see here we had this massive wick a few days ago, where we basically came down to this, extremely low swing low around 33k here, but we were getting horribly overextended. You can see on the RSI we were getting incredibly oversold on the daily time frame here. As we said, the last time that we were this oversold on the RSI was basically back at, almost as bad as the COVID crash of 2020 here, which is obviously absolutely insane to think about. Considering that not much has actually happened in the world. Obviously, we've had a little bit of political unrest in regards to Ukraine, and the stock market has probably been responding a little bit to potential interest rate hikes as well. But overall, we would say it looks as though, not much has really happened, and we've seen Bitcoin just rolling over, pretty much in line with the stock market, we'd say. We had that initial correction up here into this range area at around, 54, 55k. A lot of people thinking, this is probably going to be the bottom at the 0.78. We had that massive capitulation event where we lost this macro trend line, didn't we, like this? You can see every time we came to that trend line, we found support pretty nicely. But you can see when we lost that area, we did have that big capitulation of shorts. We come back up, obviously put in a range like this, but you can see we're starting to form a bit of a downtrend here, where basically we've got this channel we've been trading downwards inside of for a good while now. You can see every time that we test that resistance, we roll. We kind of form the bottom here, we range. We test the resistance again, we roll over to the next Fibonacci level, we come back up. Resistance again, and then you can see we're just continuing to roll here, and now looking like we have formed a bit of a low, having a bit of a renaissance today, coming back to the upside at around 38k right now, basically just coming back up towards that 0.38 level that we talked about before at around 39k. That's going to be a very critical level in our opinion. But you can see here we've basically just been trading to the downside inside of this channel for a good while now, getting horribly overextended to the downside on the RSI, getting really oversold, looking like the momentum to the downside here has been crazy high for a long time, hasn't it? And as we always say in the markets, they're like an elastic band, and the longer that we do go down in a straight line, the more chance of having that snap back to at least fair value on the RSI, because we are ridiculously and horribly overextended to the downside right now in regards to that. We're only just coming back into the, just above the very sold area. And as we've been outlining for a good while here, you can see on the RSI, we do have this downtrend that we have been stuck under on the RSI for a good while. And this is something that we actually saw from May to July, in that period where basically we had, that big long bearish period for Bitcoin. You can see on the RSI there, we're making lower highs all the way down until we start forming those bullish divergences where the price is coming down, the RSI is coming up, and then we obviously got that big short squeeze and that massive pump to the upside where we saw Bitcoin making a new all-time high in a few months. So looking like, considering how ridiculously overextended we are right now to the downside, that we're probably, fairly close to putting in the final low, we'd say, of this move. You can see we've come down to the bottom of this channel 1, 2, and now 3 times here, making our way back up towards the top of the channel at the resistance in order to retest it. And it does need to be retested, doesn't it, so that we can at least come back up and do something like this. And then if we roll over again, obviously we're going to come down and make another lower low. But in our opinion, from what we can tell, with Bitcoin getting as overextended as it is right now, sooner or later we are going to see a very decent bounce. We're getting a little bit of a pickup off the bottom now, from 33k up to around 38k now. So that's a 5k swing in essentially a few days, which is obviously great to see. There's a lot of support in this area, we can tell. We've picked up nicely off that 0.23 now, scooping the price action up, having a bit of a renaissance to the upside. So on the hourly time frame, you could see, forming a little bit of a, you would say potentially this could have been an inverse head and shoulders, but it looks like we're showing too much strength. And what you could actually see happen was we came down here, we formed the range with the top and the bottom being retested. We got that overextension here, but it was a swing failure pattern of the bottom of the range, wasn't it? We got overextended here. You could see the bullish divergences on the hourly. and we get that big move to the upside. We come back inside the range, we actually break the range and back test it, and now looking like we are slowly coming back up towards these resistance levels in this area here. So overall, Bitcoin looking okay. Obviously, recently things have been horribly overextended to the downside, and as we've been saying for a long time now, we do think that the bottom is potentially near, especially when, you know, we're seeing the similarities now with this kind of area here. And, you know, I mean, if you look at this capitulation, this is looking very similar to what we saw in March here, where we had that V-shaped recovery. You can see massive capitulation pretty much just to the downside, and then we could see that V-shaped recovery coming back up towards the 618 at 47k over the next few weeks, next few months, depending on how long this goes on for. So just before we do short-term price predictions, we did just want to direct everyone's attention to the free Discord. We've been getting so many people join it recently. It's been absolutely amazing. So make sure you go and check it out. It takes like 10 seconds to sign up. It's in the description. You just go down there, click the link, and then we'll approve you in half an hour. And you can get access to all of the content we're posting in there. We're posting all kinds of good stuff every single day. And if you do want to get involved in the Patreon, it's $9.99 a month, I believe, and you get access to even more content. We're posting alpha, daily signals for Bitcoin, all kinds of low cap gems, and all kinds of other different, you know, our own personal moves in the market as well. So if you want to get involved in that, please do go check it out. So if we're looking at short-term price predictions for Bitcoin here, then you'd probably expect this range here, you'd say the top of the range here around, what is it, 36k would be a good support here. If we basically coming up like this, come back down, test support, and then head up towards this level here of resistance at around 39k. Obviously, if we have a big rollover, you could probably predict we'd come down to that 023 again at around 34.5k there as well. But in our opinion, we're going to probably see a bit of a move to the upside for Bitcoin here, coming up to at least around that 39k mark over the next few days, which is that 038 Fibonacci level. And then, as we've always said, I mean, judging by these Fibonacci retracement levels that we've seen here, I mean, it's still well on the cards that we could see Bitcoin over 100k by the end of the year, maybe even up to that 227 extension if the market does start to play ball. So that's it, guys. We'd like to thank everyone so much for their support. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, to stay up to date with the 4 videos we post every single day. Make sure to join the Patreon or YouTube membership to support us, as well as getting a ton of benefits. Crypto Maximalists will get access to daily signals, coin calls, alpha on new projects, 10x potential cryptos, and insight into our own personal moves, while Maximalist Gold takes you beyond, giving you a look at our personal portfolio, super low cap gems, and a 100x potential portfolio, and constant access to us personally as a resource. We're constantly in the Discord posting daily and chatting to members, and we'll be hosting giveaways soon, so come join the community rich in value and content. If you're serious about your education, you can also sign up to our newly launched Udemy course, which comes as standard with the Basics of Technical Analysis 10-part course, which details an overview of everything we do on this channel regarding chart theory, with examples and demonstrations. We'll also be adding multiple times a week to 2 other courses on our Udemy, which will be the Market Psychology and Strategies and Crypto Deep Dives and Ratings courses. These will be constantly updated into the future to provide value to the most dedicated of the community to knowledge and learning. We get continuous questions regarding technical analysis, particular cryptocurrencies, and for advice in